The December 7th, 2022 meeting of the Planning Board. Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Good evening, members of the Planning Board. The first item on the agenda is the recommended secret declaration for Owl Hill subdivision. The subject application is defined as a Type 1 action in the SEQA regulations, 6 NYCRR Part 617. Review of every secret Type 1 must be coordinated among all involved agencies, with a single lead agency responsible for determining the environmental significance of the action. Pursuant to Chapter 151 of the Smithtown Town Code, the Town Planning Board is the secret lead agency for the review of the subdivision application. The town's Board of Zoning Appeals is an involved agency in this matter, but cannot act until such time as the Planning Board issues an appropriate secret determination. Upon the Planning Board's issuance of this recommended secret negative declaration, the BZA will be free to issue its decision regarding the requested variances. If the BZA decides to approve the variances, this application will return to the Planning Board for its consideration of a preliminary approval of the map. The Department of Environment and Waterways review of the above referenced project indicates that any potential adverse environmental impacts associated with said project do not rise to the level of significance which would require the preparation of an environmental impact statement in this matter. Therefore, if the Planning Board concurs with the Department of Environment and Waterways recommendation, it is recommended that the Planning Board, after due study and deliberation, issue a secret negative declaration. Determination of non-significance in EIS is not necessary. At such time as this application returns to the Planning Board for preliminary approval, the Department of Environment and Waterways recommends the Planning Board impose the attached conditions upon any approval of the subdivision. The Department of Environment and Waterways offer the following resolution for the Board's consideration. Whereas the Planning Board has considered the recommended secret declaration from the Department of Environment and Waterways, now therefore be it first resolved that the Planning Board, after due study and deliberation of the subject record, hereby issue a secret negative declaration. Determination of non-significance in EIS is not necessary in the matter of the application for subdivision approval for number 1191, map of Owl Hill Estates and Preserve, for the following reasons. A, by preserving the historic dwelling, outbuildings, and landscaping on this site, the proposal does not involve the destruction or physical modification of any unique or highly valuable environmental or cultural resources as identified in or regulated by the Environmental Conservation Law of the State of New York or Smithtown Town Code. B, the parcel does not appear to contain any high groundwater conditions, poor soil properties, or unmanageable slopes which would impose severe environmental development constraints upon the subject parcel. C, although the subject parcel is located in Hydrogeological Zone 1, an adverse impact upon the groundwater quality is not anticipated, as this project appears to meet the applicable wastewater design flow standards and will be subject to Suffolk County Sanitary Code Article 6, under which the Suffolk County Department of Health Services maintains jurisdiction over the design and location of sewage disposal and water supply systems. D, the nature of the proposal, a clustered subdivision in conformance with the allowable yield and resulting in the permanent preservation of historic resources and the preservation of a substantial natural areas by dedication to the town, mitigates against a significant adverse impact upon the environment. E, the proposal appears to be consistent with the planned use of the subject parcel and compatible with neighboring land uses. And F, a revised tree preservation and land clearing plan which increases the number of trees to be preserved relative to the current project design and limits tree removal to the minimum necessary for residential lot development and infrastructure improvements, will be submitted by the applicant to the Smithtown Planning Board for inclusion in any preliminary approval of the subject subdivision.
Thanks, Matt.
Does the board have any questions?
Yeah, and
No.
Mrs. Tramarko, any questions? No? We're good?
Which one is this?
This is a map of Owl Hill.
The SECRA,
This map of Owl Hill, the secret negative declaration.
Yeah, I've heard the recommendation of the planning department and asked that the board follow that recommendation and grant the recommendation to the board of zoning.
Thank you, Mr. Tramarko. Okay then, does anybody have any questions? Want to be heard in this matter? The board have any questions?
No.
I'm sorry, I was a little late.
This is not a hearing, this matter.
Is this for the building that houses in the cul-de-sac?
Yes, it's the secra
Okay. I
recommendation.
have one question.
You can come up to the, please?
It's actually not a hearing, but we'll hear it.
Yeah, Jimmy's.
I have one question.
Can we just
There-
get your name and address? for the
Jim
record?
Manicus, 2 Browning Street, St. James.
Can you spell your last name?
Manikas.
Thank you.
You are. There is a gas line on 50 Acre. Do you plan to bring that gas line in
That's-
down?
Oh, no,
That's
that's
a different matter.
That's a different matter. This is not, this is.
Fort
this- This is in Fort Salonga. Okay.
That matter will be up in, it's item number 4 on 1 right now, so.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay, thank you, sir. Okay. Okay, then, in the matter of number 1191, map of Owl Hill Estates and Preserve, I move that we adopt the secret negative declaration as recommended by the Planning Department.
I second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? None? The motion is adopted.
I don't have any, like, earpiece thing.
No, but that is.
Oh. I heard him?
Oh.
I heard him. Sorry.
I don't know that it's on.
Yep. The next item under public hearings is an extension of final approval for Hobson Gardens. The applicant requests an extension of conditional final approval for the subdivision number 1168, map of Hobson Gardens. The subdivision number 1168, map of Hobson Gardens, received conditional final approval for a 4-lot subdivision on April 21st, 2021. Approval of the subdivision expired on October 13th, 2022. The applicant submitted a request for a third extension on October 12th, 2022. The applicant has indicated they need more time to receive approval from the Suffolk County Health Department. The Planning Department has no objection to the request and recommends an extension of 180 days. The Planning Department offers the following resolution for the board's consideration. Whereas the Planning Board has considered the request of Vincent J. Tremarco to extend the conditional final approval for the subdivision known as number 1168, map of Hobson Gardens. Now therefore be it first resolved that the Planning Board hereby approves a retroactive 180-day extension of time to the conditional final approval for the subdivision number 1168, map of Hobson Gardens, to expire on April 11th, 2023. And we have the affidavit of posting, and it looks correct.
Thanks, Matt. Okay, Mr. Chamarko?
Good evening, Madam Chairman, members of the board. My name is Vincent Tremarco. I represent the applicant. I ask the board to follow the recommendation of the Planning Department. Thank you.
Thank you. Is there anybody else who would like to be heard on this matter? Any questions from the board on this matter?
No.
Okay, then in the matter of number 1168, map of Hobson Gardens, I move that we close the hearing.
I second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? None? The hearing is closed. In the matter of extension of conditional final approval, number 1168, map of Hobson Gardens, I move that we adopt the resolution as read in accordance with the recommendation of the Planning Department.
I second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? None? The motion is adopted.
The next item is a performance bond extension for Platt and White Platt subdivision. The applicant requests an extension of the performance period of the performance bond for the subdivision number 1173, map of Platt and White Platt. The subdivision number 1173, map of Platt and White Platt, received conditional final approval from the Planning Board on May 23rd, 2018. The Planning Board approved a performance bond estimate in the amount of $6,500. Subsequently, the subdivider posted the bond with the Town Board. The performance period for the performance bond expired on November 29th, 2022. The Engineering and Highway Department have no objection to the request. The Traffic Safety Department has not provided any comments. The Planning Department has no objection to the request and recommends an extension of 2 years. The Planning Department offers the following resolution for the Board's consideration. Whereas the Planning Board has considered the request to extend the performance period of the performance bond for the subdivision number 1173, map of Platt and White Platt. Now therefore be it first resolved that the planning board hereby approves a retroactive extension of the performance period of the performance bond for the subdivision number 1173, map of plat and white plat, for a period of 2 years to expire on November 29th, 2024. And the affidavit of posting is good.
Thank you. Mr. Tramarko?
Good evening, Madam Chairman, members of the board. My name is Vincent Tramarko. I represent the applicant. I ask the board to follow the recommendation of the planning department. Thank you.
Thank you. Is there anyone who would like to be heard in this matter? Any questions from the board in this matter? In the matter of number 1173, map of plat and white plat, I move that we close the hearing.
I second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? None? The hearing is closed. In the matter of extension of performance bond period, number 1173, map of plat and white plat, I move that we adopt the resolution as read in accordance with the recommendation of the planning department.
I second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? None? The motion is adopted.
Thank you. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas,
Merry Christmas.
Mr.
Good holiday.
Tramarko.
The next item is an extension for Marchant Drive. The applicant is requesting an extension of approval of the 288 application on Marchant Drive. This application received conditional approval from the planning board on June 1st, 2022, in order to construct a 50-foot wide road approximately 368 feet in length on the paper street known as Marchant Drive. Approval of this application was valid for a period of 180 days unless a performance bond was posted with the town. A performance bond has not been posted with the town, and approval expired on November 28th, 2022. The applicant submitted a request for an extension on November 23rd, 2022. The planning department has no objection to the request and recommends an extension period of 180 days in order to post a performance bond with the town. The planning department offers the following resolution for the board's consideration. Whereas the planning board has considered the request of Island Preservation Project LLC to extend the 280A application on Marchant Drive, now therefore be it first resolved that the planning board hereby approves an extension of time to the conditional approval of the 280A application on Marchant Drive, subject to the following condition. A, this extension of approval shall be valid for a period of 180 days to expire on May 27th, 2023, unless a performance bond has been posted with the town board in satisfactory amount. The applicant can request an extension of approval from the planning board.
Okay. Thank you.
Thanks. Affidavit is good.
Thank you. Sir?
Good evening. My name is Dan Cummer. I'm a member of Island Preservation Project. I'm here to request the extension of the performance bond and request that you follow the recommendation of the Planning Department. Kummer.
Thank you. Thank you.
I just have one question for Dan, because
Yes.
you're the best to answer this question, the gentleman's question about the gas line. Do you anticipate a gas line?
Yes, I spoke to the gentleman, and we've had preliminary conversation with Nat Grid. They're in favor of doing it, and we're just working through the logistics of how they're going to bring it down. But the goal is to extend the main.
Thank you.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Anybody else have any questions? Does the board have any questions? Okay, in the matter of 280A application, building on unimproved File Plat Street, Marchant Drive, I move that we close the hearing.
I second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? None? The hearing is closed. In the matter of 280A application, extension of approval, Marchant Drive, I move that we adopt the resolution as read in accordance with the recommendation of the Planning Department.
I second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? None? The motion is adopted. Okay, thank you. Merry Christmas. Okay, then, I move that we adopt the minutes of the October 19th, 2022 meeting of the Planning Board.
I second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Okay, the motion is adopted, and I move to adjourn this meeting.
I second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
The meeting is adjourned, and Merry Christmas, and
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Merry Christmas, yes. Happy New Year. Everyone healthy and happy.